Welcome to Wisdom at the Well. I'm really glad you're here. My name is Sarah, and today is day 37 of my 108-day commitment to create and communicate. Alongside of my 108 day, there's an emerging series called the Fierce Awakening series to celebrate the second anniversary of the publication of our collaborative book, Fierce Awakenings, calling in our courage and confidence to walk life's spiral path. And yesterday, I was interviewed by Jen Balco, the editor and like the inspiration behind this book. And it's really quite something to be interviewed. And I'm going to be sharing that video after this one gets posted. Basically, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be every other day or so sharing videos and interviews with most about half of the authors from Fierce Awakenings as we come in toward Monday the 22nd, which is the 2-year anniversary celebration. And it was a really good interview in that Jen asked some great questions that caused me to pause and reflect. And I'm really reflected with two like strong residues, I guess you could say. And one is the distinction for me between daily walking and deep walking. And I thought that's what I was going to talk about today, but I think that's going to be another video, because what I'm really experiencing today and being called to share with you is about the spiral path, because it's both an outward breath and an inward breath. You spiral in and you spiral out, and it can be a very long, large process in your life, but it can also happen in minutes, in hours, in days. Every day can have a series of spirals. Every week can be a series of spirals. And this is the piece I want to share about as it relates to the process, the journey of creation. I have been in a very intense creative mode basically since this 108-day practice started back on the 1st of August. And one of the unexpected creations in this whole journey has been my fully creating, receiving, refining the path of the sacred beyond, which is the sacred beyond is my business. And it's a threefold path that just like came together, converged, synergized, and has become its own entity, if you will. And it was quite an intense process. I'm kind of a Google Sheets doc. Like, I love spreadsheets. Just for the record, I'm a spreadsheet geek, and I love to make columns and different size shapes. Well, the other day, last weekend, I think got just impulse to go in and create a spreadsheet of the dates and the courses and this and that. And it just took me into such a deep creative process. And about Monday or Tuesday, the process was complete. And like, I could go back in and tweak it a bit, but it would have just been like massaging it unnecessarily. You know that place? I can imagine painters getting to that point where they've painted this painting and they've been just deepening it and developing, creating the layers, this and that. And then you get to a point and you're like, I'm done. And you want to go in and maybe fix it up a little bit, but the creation is complete. Well, that's the point I got to. So today's Saturday, and that was Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. And I'm just very aware of that kind of letdown. And then I'm not quite as sure what to do, because that was taking all of my focus and all of my energy. And I loved it. Like, I was in it. And so in some ways I was going into the spiral, but there's something about creating that feels like you're also like expanding, coming out. And then all of a sudden, here I am, and I'm not quite sure where to put my energy, where to put my focus. Do you ever experience that when you're creating something? Like, it has a process of its own, and at some point it's complete. And you've just got to let it go and let it be what it is, and then let it grow and evolve. I mean, as I'm saying that, I'm likening it to pregnancy and birth. At some point, the baby's got to be born, and the baby's complete, and you birth it, you let it go, and then you've got this baby. And there's tending to the baby in it, but it's a whole new part of the journey. So I guess I'm just wanting to highlight that when you have that urge to create and everything is just pulling you, demanding of you to show up, create, 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 and then it's created. And then here you are. And how do you navigate these pauses in between? I would have walked, but I can't do that right now. And so I'm really being called to deepen in to me and into the quietness within, and to invite and trust that the next layer of the spiral is being tapped into and cultivated. Yeah, cultivating the quiet, cultivating the silence. And did you tell, even then, the wind just dropped into a deeper silence. Yeah. Until tomorrow.